Welcome to 1111, which is a segment for my podcast where I talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Today's topic is seasonal depression, but okay, here's the thing. I don't like to refer to certain, terms as depression or psychopath or words that are illnesses as how I'm feeling that day or that specific day. So I'm just going to say seasonal upset because I just don't feel comfortable using those terms when I'm not medicated with seasonal depression, or I'm not it's just me, like I just don't feel comfortable. But I do know that I do get seasonal upset. I tend to get very upset when summer comes to an end, and it's no, I get upset when like fall comes to an end because I love fall. But like the sunsets get shorter and earlier, and it gets like pitch black by 6 p.m. I get super upset with when it rains, because it gets gloomy. I think I get really upset when it gets gloomy. And I think last week when I had like a little episode, I think it was because the weather was horrible and I couldn't leave my house. I feel like I'm a very outdoor person, so I wasn't able to go outdoors a lot. And it made me really upset. And that's when I discovered that I have some sort of seasonal upset. It affects my energy, it affects my feelings, it affects how I handle things, because the seasons are changing, and the seasons are like it's normal for seasons to change. But I also feel like it's normal for, at least for me or everyone else, to get upset when the seasons change. But it's like, well, what do you do in that certain situation? And I feel like it's something that we can't control. If it were up to me, I think I would leave it to how the weather's been at, like, right now, because right now it feels like summer, but it's not super hot, and it feels beautiful. It's like those hot, summer winter days, if like, it feels hot, but it's not like you don't feel humid, and that's what I love. But I think when I try to remember is, we can't control the climate. Like, it's something we cannot control. Obviously climate change is a whole different topic, but we can't change when it's summer and fall and winter, and summer, fall, winter. What's that? Aren't there four seasons? Summer, fall. It goes from fall to autumn. Spring. I love spring. And I think it's almost spring because it's March. I don't know when spring is. I think it's like end of March, mid March. I don't know. But we can't control that, right? So it's like, okay, let's suck it up. Like, this is Mother Nature. Like, this is how they want us to that this is how it's going to be. So we have to learn how to deal with it. And I think, one, accepting that we can't change it. So it's like, okay, well, we can't change the weather. Now how can we move from there? Well, there are activities, there are different activities that we can be doing in each season. Right now we're in end of winter, beginning of spring. It's like it's getting warmer, days are hitting 70 degrees and stuff. So it's like, we can go on walks. Put on your headphones, go on walks, take your dog on a walk. Go to a park, like maybe swing a little. I love that. That's like my favorite, like, whenever there's a good day, just go to the park, walk, go on a run. That's also amazing. But also just try to ride the wave. Lately I've been really about riding the wave of my feelings. So I've just been like, if I'm upset, I'm going to be upset. There's nothing that's going to change. But hey, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on feeling better. And maybe the feeling better is, reading a book under a tree, or maybe buying yourself flowers. I think when it comes to being seasonal upset, it's like we're upset already because it's the weather. It's like it's really bad. So it's like, buy yourself things that make you happy, like flowers. So I bought these flowers that are beautiful. I don't know what they're called, but they're really pretty flowers, and it's like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I also, you can buy your favorite dessert if you're feeling so upset. It's like, buy your favorite, like, food. Like, food is always such a good thing to have when you're feeling upset. So it's like, just do that. But I've noticed that it affects me the most when it snows. I just really don't like the snow, and it's kind of crazy because I live in a snow state. Like, I live in Colorado where it snows a lot. Well, not a lot, but winter is like always gonna snow. So I just don't. I just hate the gloominess of it, and I was reading this book this one time, and it was saying how when it's gloomy, the sun is still out. Like the sun is still there. It's just cloudy. So it brings me comfort to know that when it's gloomy, the sun is still out, and there's just clouds covering the sun rays. I don't know why it brings me comfort. But something else that it makes me happy is to kind of think about when it's going to change. Like maybe we can't change right now, but when those seasons do change, what activities are we gonna be doing? Like that's super exciting. Like maybe when the sun comes out, we can go run around and like jump in puddles. Or smell of rain. Like the smell of rain is such a good smell. It's like we can look forward to things, and I think that's something beautiful about our experience as humans. It's like we have to remember that rain helps plants grow and helps trees grow, and it helps animals get water. I think that's what rain does. Rain does a lot. Like I'm not snow, it's good for it to be cold. It's a routine. The sun allows things to grow. It's like all of these things are good for each specific thing. So it's like we have to really appreciate what we have in the moment, because there's oh, sorry, I'm very sleepy because it's very warm in my room right now, and I got so sleepy. Sorry. But we have to think that like each season brings something good to our earth and to our life. When it's sunny, we get vitamin D. When it's gloomy, maybe we can make some soup and read a book. When rain, it's gonna water flowers and help flowers grow. The snow, you can build snow angels. In the spring, bees and like tulips grow. And it's just like it's like a really beautiful thing to be like, okay, the seasons are changing, but this is gonna bring me good things. After the storm, it's oh, also, you're gonna hate me, but I did not record 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I only recorded 7 minutes of my walk because I wanted to appreciate it a lot more, because lately I've been like appreciating what I've been doing. So these are just activities that I do in different different seasons. I'm so sorry if you're hearing this. Go to my YouTube and you'll see it. I'm so sorry. But for example, this first clip, paddleboarding. Paddleboarding is summer, maybe early fall, spring, sport or activity. It's like when we get different seasons, it's like you have to. Oh, Macy's talking. Oh, Macy said hi. That's my new guest. Macy is my. Just kidding. It's like you have to look forward to things in order for you to enjoy them. It's like when we're upset, it's like, okay, right now we're upset, but after the storm is when the flowers grow. Galucci's Tyler the Creator, the best song ever made. Anyways, listen to After the Storm. Like that's such a good song. When you're upset, just feel good. After the storm, dun, 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 dun. It's a really good song. You should listen to it. Anyways, you have to look forward to things when you're upset, because it's like I'm upset right now, but listen, I can change my mood. I can change my energy. So why not? Go paddleboarding, go on a hike. If it's snowing, try to do snow angels or go tubing, or stay at home and make your favorite soup. Put on some good music. Play some board games, make art. If it's bad weather, it's like that's what I've been trying to do. Try to read a book during the whole winter. I don't know, like create yourself some activities that will help you when you're upset. That's what I do. It's like the next is we're going on walks. I'm trying to enjoy more walks, enjoy more sunsets, because that's what the season is bringing me right now. Maybe go get acai bowls, or maybe pick up a different hobby, skateboarding, biking, or maybe hang out with your friends. Like maybe look forward to hanging out with your friends once the weather looks better. I feel like there's a beauty into looking forward to things, into yes, we're gonna ride the wave of our feelings, but it's like we can look into the future, like Raven, and maybe hang out with our best friends, or try to just look up to things if we're upset at the moment of the weather. And it's like so much can be not fixed, but so much can change with how we look at things. If we look at the rain and as the gloominess as something beautiful and as something that's going to allow things to grow, it's going to change our perspective of things. And I think that's beautiful. I think we need to enjoy the weather. No, we need to become old people and talk about the weather. Okay, we're going to be upset, seasonal upset. That's a thing, and it's something crazy. And if it's affecting our mood and our energy, then we should, probably try to change that and journal. Ooh, journaling, going on picnics. Like, that's one of my favorite activities when it gets warm, when it's summer, when it's fall. That's one of my favorite activities. Also, the winter time, it's perfect for ice sculptures and, like, going to different ice activities, like looking at, ice skating, snowboarding, skiing, tubing, sledding. There's a lot of different activities that aren't just, in the summer, that we get to appreciate and we get to have. If you're listening, you should check out my video, because there's a video of me snowboarding, which I love. And it's I just fell. But I just listen, we're here for a short time, okay? We cannot be upset over the fact that it's raining, or that it's snowing, or that there's too much sun, or that it's too windy. It's like, gorge. Our feelings are valid. Yes, our feelings are completely valid, and no one should tell you you can't feel this way. But gorge. It's just the weather. It is not that serious. It is not that serious. Like, we need to, we have bigger things to worry about, okay? Look up to the future, romanticize the future, or romanticize right now and ride the wave, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for listening.